can get caught in the chokes quite a lot, whether you obviously can divert up ramps, or you can head down main, whether B, you've got to be able to push through that main, and that leads to a little bit of a choke that teams don't necessarily love to push into. So it looks like it's going to be a mid take here. Makes total sense to me. I love having mid control on split. First pick of the round, going to the Omen as he gets 2. Kilo and Quartz going down. Now, after the dust has settled, 4-on-2 for the attacking side. Neutral falling into hell. Gotten 1, can't find the other as 2 more swing. And now, all by his lonesome is RV, having to make the 3v1 retake. Quite a tall order. No one's in heaven, but he doesn't know that, so he's got to clear it.
Spike planted.
A wise decision, I think, to just stick together. It's pistol round. You want to be able to swing things as a team. So they're content to just let the breach have to push. Cypher Cam's given intel. They know he's in heaven. Stun's not going to land on anyone. Ray's swinging. Landing 20 damage off. And a Cypher sitting right below him. Takes him down to the first round. It's going to go to the way of the attackers.
So that's all Jet's bait coming in hot now for the first game. Definitely a bit different than the performance we were seeing at the end of yesterday, though maybe a bit more first game against Pookie. And I mean, Zach, I know you were unfortunately not present for any of the streams yesterday, but we saw all Jet's bait essentially rise from kind of a dark horse, like was alluded to earlier, to essentially being a dominant force in the games. Very much toe-to-toe with a lot of these teams with more experienced players that have been to LAN before. Are you looking for anything from these teams?
Absolutely. A huge shot from Renjon. I'm expecting to see a lot of aggression in this round from the attacking side. All Jet's bait. Renjon almost landing another sheriff headshot there. If they're breaking fully onto site, Jet gets 1, 2, falls from help. And they're just going to run them over. The difference in Spectres and rifles. No match for the defenders, but honestly, I think they'll be happy with getting 2 there.
Watch out for breaches impacts. It's hard
Yeah,
to
I mean,
move after that.
obviously right off the bat, it's a pretty good start. And what do you think of the econ management right now? I mean, we have all Jets seeming a bit standoffish. Oh, no, they are purchasing, but...
Well, it does seem like Pookie, they did force a lot of utility last round, which is going to mean that 3 of their players can't buy full shields. Other than that, they are all on rifles, whether if you look at the other side, a bit of a mismatched guns here for all Jet's bait, as they've got 1 Phantom, couple Spectres, and then just 2 Ghosts. So, of course, those players going to be having to stick next to the rifles, and if Pookie can take down the Jet, not a lot left for all Jet's bait. Another mid control here. Someone's challenging from heaven. Kilo going to be falling off. Let the Boombot get the utility as they fall a little bit deeper back into heaven, but of course they're not going to let all Jet's bait take heaven for free here. All Jet's bait, it looks like they're electing to go ropes. They've got the Astra sitting right at the other side of ropes. First pick going the way of the defense is Cypher taken down. All Jet's bait look like they're just cutting noise and trying to hold mid here. I think they want Pookie to get aggressive on this defense so they can get a pick. Pookie wisely are not giving them anything to work with. And now they're going to do it. They're going to cut and go straight through ropes to A. Astra's in A heaven. They haven't cleared Astra out yet. Astra going to fall now. Renjon gets 1. Rishcast finds 1 on site. Renjon falling, so he couldn't get the accuracy, and Jet finds 2. This is a huge round for all Jet's bait if they can somehow pull this one out.
30 seconds left.
Flash in heaven. They've completely gained bomb site, and now they've just traded positions. All 3 defenders near A heaven. Jet playing hell, the other 2 on site. A 2-man ramps push from the Raging Sky. Looks like all 3 are going to go there now. Omen shooting a TP into ropes. I love that decision. Kilo finds the Jet. Now Saucy's alone on site.
1 enemy
1v3 here for Saucy, and can't find it as a Sky finds the Sky. And now Pookie able to get the first round. Definitely what we expected, considering that was the bye round for Pookie.
Yeah. Well, they're making good use of it. They only had 2 agents down, which was pretty good based on what we've seen from them before, but like you said, they definitely had econ advantage, so we will see if they're able to maintain that. But based on what we saw yesterday between these 2 teams, we know they're very neck and neck, very competitive. It should be an interesting rest of the game. I mean, it's a best out of 3 games too, so the potential for this to go not only into just a overtime for a game, but kind of overtime for 3 games is interesting. But
Absolutely, and now we're the most interesting part of the game where every team is even. Looks like most of the team is going to be playing near market, as again they vie for this mid control, but I like Pookie's really defensive stance. They're going to allow All Jets Bait to take mid, but they won't allow them to push into B heaven or A heaven. Drow's challenged, and he saw one, but I'm not sure he saw just how many members of All Jets Bait were mid. The Cypher lurking B. Raze is pushing up, might go for a flank. If you look at B there. And now they've cut noise, but they are going to be trying to push into heaven here. The flash comes out, it doesn't hit Drow, so he's ready to fight. Just smoking him off. The shot just barely missing. The Raze nade's going to force Drow back. He's only on 39 HP now. They're very hesitant about pushing into heaven here, and it looks like they're actually going to back off despite the fact it's only Drow on 39 HP. I'm not sure they know how low he was after that Raze grenade. They're cutting noise. They're going to go through sewers here, so it's going to be an A rotate.
30 seconds left.
They're waiting to get grouped up here before Aesop's drops the smoke. And now they've given up on cutting noise. They're going to rush site. Just Quartz on site alone by himself. He is flashed. Ray's going to find him as he caught with the bird in his hand. Plant going down behind the bomb. One's going down elbow right now. All they have to do is deny the plant. RV in elbow. Finds this guy. Finds the Omen. Beautiful shots by RV in the fourth. Too far away to get anything done. And RV finds it anyways. A beautiful round by the breach. And that's exactly what Pookie needed. And now ults are starting to come online for the defending side.
Yeah, that was a pretty interesting round. And I mean, it's fascinating to me how just like a win in one round can change the kind of entire tone and entire narrative of the game. I mean, initially All Jets was coming in strong. I thought they had a good chance. Now I think it's going to be quite close. And I mean, obviously, based on what we saw yesterday, it was predictable that it would be a close game. But based on what I'm seeing now, I really can't tell what it's going to be.
Now a little bit of a rush coming out from All Jets Bait. They are on an econ round, so they don't have any proper guns to fight with here. So they're just going to be looking for 1 or 2 kills, try to even up the economy as much as they can. RV swinging. He's gotten the intel. Bomb and 2 others are still just chilling by market. Cypher's going to pick up bomb, make his way over. Definitely looks like they're going to try to make something happen here. Raze fakes the blast pack out into the smoke. That's going to draw a lot of util out from the defending side.
Get out of my way!
Now they go back the other way. Checking to pop the knives. They're going slowly through mid. Edrau's ready for this, though. He's been holding this angle every round. He's probably going to find 1 or 2 here, as he does have the rifle.
Poison orb emitting.
Sees them coming up. He doesn't know that Raze is close on him.
Poison's off.
Most of them are choosing to go through ropes, but Raze is staying behind, and this could absolutely lead to a kill on the rotate. Revenge on. He's about to run into 3. He's in his star form. And he swung on by 3. Can't find any. He has restrats the knife to the head. And now, all by his lonesome, again finds himself his Quartz. Picks 1 out of the sky. Only 10 seconds for the attacking team to get the bomb down. Quartz finds another. Caught with a flash in his hands again. And that will allow them just half a second of time to get the bomb down. The breach ult can't cancel it.
1 enemy remaining.
But it ultimately won't matter as Jets can't hold the site. And that will allow Pookie to win the defending round again. Does force the breach ult out. But they traded the jet ult the other side.
Spike diffused. Poison orb emitting.
Zach, do you think All Jets Bait succeeded here in balancing out the economy, or do you think that this is still an advantage for Pookie? I mean, I see that they've gotten themselves. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I appreciate it. I absolutely do think, yeah, they did a great job. They absolutely set out and achieved that round, what they wanted to do. Getting bomb down absolutely really helps. Of course, that's 300 per person if you get the bomb down. And they got, I think, 3 or 4 kills. That's a great round for All Jets Bait. It couldn't have gone much better.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. And what are we looking for this next round?
Yitrao's going to be getting a little bit aggressive with this Viper ult. I imagine that Yitrao's just going to be sitting in the Viper ult for the rest of this round, just denying B take. And just the sheer existence of Yitrao right here is really going to force all Jet's bait to have to either go through mid or A. Looks like they're going to elect to try to make something happen in mid here. It's going to be Gilo playing in heaven now. Slight mess up on the Raze nade. As they do push up through mid. They didn't see the Raze cross. Reach close left is found. Gilo's going to have to be ready here, as I think he's going to have several players pushing into heaven. Falling back. All Jet's bait does such a good job of really making the defenders hesitant. And right when they look like they're about to push, they stop and they make a rotate happen. Banished Light finds Renjon. Smokes or no more for the defending side. A good refrag from the Raze. He finds the lurking Jet in mid. And now a hard A heaven take. Quirks is going to have to find several if he wants to win this round. Good for one, but can't find more as the refrag comes in from Aesop's. Viper leaving her ultimate now. A 3-on-2, and it's going to be a difficult retake here for Pookie.
Spike planted.
Smoke. It's going to make them so hesitant to push. Buy a bit of time here for the attacking side. They do have an Omen ult to work with if they feel like they want to teleport heaven, get an off angle. The smoke is being watched from heaven. He allows through. Aesop's finds him, and then Aesop's gets second. 3 on the round for the Omen, and that went the way of all Jet's bait.
And clearly, All Jet's bait has managed called well enough to make a comeback there. And like you said, they're a very cautious kind of team, and they're definitely willing to draw their opponents out. Though we know one of their weaker maps based on their bans in previous days was Ascent, do you think that that map lends itself less partially to that kind of playstyle?
I would agree. I think it's got a lot of long lanes, which allow defenders to watch rotates a lot easier. Of course, Split is such, well, a very split-off map. There's a lot of walls in the way. You can't see things, but the open angles on Ascent allow yourself to catch the rotates. And now an aggressive A push. It's Gemma. Double blast back in. Raze ult. Yitrao able to shrug off most of it. Doesn't get the kill. The Raze nade now coming in to finish him off. This is a super aggressive A push. Really switching it up. Now the Breach holding ramps. Gilao's got a judge, and he's going to be flying in with the blast packs. A very aggressive take here. The Breach able to find 2 as RV lands the headshots. He's then taken down, but Renjon finds 2, and it's just the Cypher left. Works finds him. And all Jet's bait. Seems like every time they take A, they're able to get the bomb down, but they really are struggling being able to hold this site and deny the retake from Pookie.
Stop that shit he made.
Kilo is pronounced Jello, by the way.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, because it seems like they can be quite strong on objective play in terms of coordination and caution and kind of playing the objective strategically, but like you said, they seem to lose out whenever Pookie gets the chance to defuse the spike, and it's costing them some games here, I think, or some rounds here. So, that being said, these are 2 very even teams, so...
Absolutely, we're going to get another half buy here from the attacking side if that round didn't go their way. It looks like it's going to be another aggressive A push. The ultimate's online. Our favoring Pookie as Renjon and Jello have theirs ready to go. A very aggressive heaven take. They're already through ramps. There's 1 in ropes they're going to have to watch out for. No one's holding in A heaven. Quirks finds 1 from the site. Aggressive swing by RV in heaven. Runs into 3 and he's taken down quickly. Jello's got a judge. The Boombot's gonna give away his position. Does a good job not to get spotted by it. There's the flash. He fires a shot so they know he's there and they know he has a judge.
I know exactly where you are.
The 2 Razes watching each other through the wall. Each one daring the other to peek. Jet's bait really has perfect control of A heaven, but they're struggling to do anything with it here as they're starting to get trapped by Pookie, and Pookie's going to get an aggressive retake here. Jello finds 1. He didn't see Gemma close left, though. Gemma's still alive, going to fall back into ropes. Trades coming back and forth.
Spike down A.
Now just Gemma, 38 HP in the 1-on-2. Renjon knows exactly where he is. And he doesn't have Spike. Headshot coming in. Gets the Viper low, but now just 3 HP to work with here for Genma. Renjon knows he doesn't have to peek times on his side. He's going to swing the Viper, and it's E-Drow finding the kill. Another round goes the way of Pookie.
So 5-3 right now, heading into economy, and honestly, for the life of me, I can't tell the way the rest of this game is going to go. Do you have any predictions on that front, Zach?
Well, usually this map does lend itself to the defense. I would say overall this is a defender-sided map. So Pookie taking a few more rounds this half doesn't surprise me. But I still think this game is even as can be, and I honestly think that we could genuinely see another overtime rematch.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, and if that's not history repeating itself, I don't know what is.
Now it looks like they're going to try to stage a B take here. The flash comes through the smoke. Jello knows they're there. He has the Raze ult. This could be huge if he chooses to use it. All 4 members close on Jello, and he doesn't find them. Gemma getting the refrag, and this is going to allow them to take the site with speed. Renjon's close. He goes for the pull in the smoke, gets caught in the animation.
Last player standing.
And that's going to allow all Jet's bait to break onto the site with speed. And a quick 1-on-4. The Sky ult was used from the attacking side. E-Drow spraying through the smoke, narrowly misses it. And Saucy is able to find the spray through the smoke, and that goes very heavily in the way of all Jet's bait.
Yeah, I mean, completely wiped them while only losing 1. That was a pretty impressive performance from Jets. Do you think they'll be able to maintain that momentum going into the next round?
Well, it's going to be a little bit of an economy round here for the side of Pookie as they might try to get a force here going, but most of their members can't buy. It'll be interesting to see. Max, I'd love your thoughts. What do you think that they're going to be doing with these ults? As of course, the ults are really starting to be in the favor of Pookie here. Nothing on the board for all Jet Space.
I mean, given how the econ's looking, I think they're going to have to start using the coordinates a bit more liberally. Though, that being said, they are still in the lead, and their willingness to kind of save them for situations in which it might be most effective, I think, is something to be commemorated. It shows a lot of discipline in this team. What are your thoughts on that?
I completely agree. Restrats finds one through the box. Completely agree. Not too much point in using the ults on your save rounds. E-Drow, however, finds 2. A huge Astra pull. Gonna be good for 2 on the save round. And that's perfect util usage coming out from Renjon. The guns on the attacking side, a bit too much to handle, however. Now, it's going to be a 3-on-1 in the favor of all Jet's fate. They've struggled to hold this site in the past, but just RB on his lone snake. Ace-Ops in heaven, the other 2 going to be playing on site. RB's given away his location with the spray. Lines it up, make sure it's going to clip Ace-Ops in heaven. He knows hell is clear. There's going to be a trip he hits. He runs into it, and 3 people swing him. That'll go the way of all Jet's fate as Ace-Ops continues to be a dominant force in this game.
Definitely an interesting round right there. Though I was expecting all Jets win there, quite obviously for economy. I don't know if I was expecting it to be that confident, I'd say. I mean, it wasn't a bad performance from Pookie at all, but it was interesting. I was almost expecting them. Your thoughts?
I know what you mean. They had a lot of util ready to use, and after the first 2 kills, I thought that round might be right down to the wire, but they were unable to pick up anything after the first 2. Now, Ultimates, Pookie has 3, and they're only a couple points off having all 5, where there's nothing currently in the side of all Jet's bait, so I'd really love to see Pookie starting to use some. Genma finds 1 as RB falls. Jello gets the refrag. Bit of Raze on Raze action. Renjon and Banish trying to fight each other a little bit of B. It looks like it's going to be a B Heaven take here. Jello good for 2 as he shuts down Restrats trying to push into B Heaven. Jello holding a much more aggressive angle than we're used to seeing on this B Heaven defense. And now he's going to swing out in a mid where the Sky awaits. Right as he was about to peek, the Sky peeks as well. So Jello falling back into Heaven. Now the Sky is going to be pushing Heaven. Jello, he has that intel, so he's going to fall back to Rafters. Jello holding in Rafters. All 3 remaining members of all Jets bait in B Heaven. Now Jello swinging. Good for 1. Can't get any more, but the 3K from Jello should be enough. 3-on-2 now in Pookie's favor. The Astra ults come out and shut the map right down the middle. And what that's going to allow the defense to do is, if you notice, Astra's flanking, and Astra can run because they don't have to worry about noise getting through the wall.
30 seconds left.
All Jets bait going to A Heaven. E-Drow. A perfect blitz going to shut down Ace-Ops. Saucy with the trade, but now a 2-on-1 without Spike.
I got the spike.
Picked up Spike, only 16 seconds to work with. Saucy's gonna have to make something happen on A.
10
Playing
seconds
cautious,
left.
but they don't have the time to play cautious. Quarty knows exactly where Saucy's coming from. And that'll be it as Quartz shuts down Saucy. Another incredibly close round. I think a little bit closer than Pookie would have wanted, considering
Last
they
round
used
in
4
the half.
ultimates, or 3 ultimates there.
Yeah,
But either way,
it really went right down to the wire near the end, like you were saying. I mean, it was going to be hard to get that objective in on time, but we still saw them trying to play it up until the very end. Do you think it would have been maybe better for all Jets to have just gone for kind of a couple, try to get a kill or two there, try to like kind of damage Pookie's econ, or do you think playing the objective was the right move?
I agree with you that I think they definitely should have played a bit faster there. They definitely let themselves run out of time. I think the aggression would have helped them not run into that problem. Now, Max, I hope you're ready for some chaos, because we got a Judge and a Viper ult. The Raze ult coming through, but it hits the wall. So Viper's still snug and safe in her ultimate. We have 4, almost 5 ults online for all Jets bait. They've fluffed the Raze ult. Now an aggressive push into heaven. Jello shuts down the Raze counterpart.
I've got your
But
trail.
2 other kills going the way of all Jets bait. Looks like they're going to be successful in their B Heaven adventure, but no, they're going to switch out of B Heaven even though they had control.
There's another.
They're going to make a quick rotate. They don't cut noise. And they're going to just rush into A Heaven. Looks like they're going to try to get Spike down as quickly as they can, and they'll be successful as that rotate really fools Pookie. No members even close to A. The last remaining ultimates, we've got a Breach ult ready for the defending side, and that's going to be huge for the retake. All Jets bait, they're playing clustered. I don't like that. If this Breach ult hits all 3 members, All Jets bait doesn't have a chance. We see the Breach lining up. It looks like it'll probably hit at least 2 here as he's getting ready for the ultimate. Sends it through sight. Indeed, it hits 2. It's going to hit all 3 members. The rush comes out. Banished Light able to find 1. A corner finds 2 despite the concussion. A huge play by Banished Light's going to allow All Jets bait to take that as he was concussed and still able to
Switching
find 2
sides.
at elbow.
Yeah, that was truly kind of a masterful win right there. I mean, we've seen all Jets struggle with holding the objective once they have it, but there they clearly defied expectations and were able to hold on to it completely. What do you think about all Jets kind of crowding the middle? I mean, it seems that they're not really picking a lane to begin with, and that they're trying to go for a middle initially and then kind of choosing from there. Do you think that's sound strategy, or do you think they should perhaps focus more on one objective or the other?
No, I absolutely love it. I think that it's very standard practice for Split, is the team that controls mid often wins the map. You'll know if you play ranked games, if you're watching this at home, if you don't have mid control in this map, you usually lose, and there's a reason for that. So I definitely think that we'll see a lot of the same on this attacking side, although pistol rounds are often a little more chaotic. So 2 mid, 3 A, and it's a quick heaven take here. And Jello's already up, and he gets put to sleep by Aesop's. Aesop's quickly rotating out. Udro's going to rush him. Gun to the back of the head as they meet up in mid. I love this play coming in from Pookie. Now an aggressive B Heaven push. All 4 members swarm B Heaven. It's going to force all Jets bait to head back to their spawn. Now Pookie has full sight control here. Bomb's going to be getting down, and now just less than 30 seconds into the round, Pookie finds himself on the back foot. Or all Jets bait rather find themselves on the back foot, but now they don't, as Genma finds the pick on Edrow. Banished Light, they're taking sight quickly. RV, he's holding close on box. Finds 1. RV still manages to find 2 from that box position. Now Renjon in garage. They know he's there. The Raze Grenade going to force him out of his position. He has utility down. He is, of course, the Astra. Finds 1, clipping the wall. Saucy taps. Renjon has the massive advantage here. He just has to not die. Time on his side. Saucy's got a stick. Renjon can swing whenever, and he's going to find it. A masterful play by the Astra as he uses time to his advantage there.
Yeah, and Pookie narrowly etching out a win in their first defensive round. Like you said, you think Split favors defensive a tiny bit. What do you think this might spell for the rest of the game?
Well, of course, the next round likely going to be going the way of the attackers as we get eco. But I do think that All Jets bait is in the slightly better spot as we're pretty much tied here, and they're on the defense, so they have, I would say, a slight advantage.
Without a star, I cannot.
Of course, when the two teams are this close, slight advantages don't mean much. And it's going to be an aggressive push here as Jello, the double blast hack onto site. No one holding on site here, so we notice very different defensive structures for these two teams. It's going to be Pookie quickly getting bombed down. They do not waste any time taking site. Now no guns and a retake. All Jets bait find themselves in a near impossible scenario. Aesop falls. Two more as Jello's good for 3. Saucy gets 1. It's Banished Light on his lonesome in heaven. Quartz going to be pushing him, and Quartz will find it. And only 1 kill for the defending side. I think they would have liked to see a couple more, but no one expected them to win that round.
Yeah, no one expected them to win, but that was a very coordinated, very aggressive take of the objective by Pookie. I mean, it seemed to happen in just like a kind of snap of the fingers, if you will. I mean, I certainly wasn't expecting the match to be that quick, although I was expecting Pookie to win the round. What are your thoughts on that?
It is very interesting to see the two different structures of play. I completely agree. We saw such a slow, methodical take from All Jets bait, whether Pookie seems to throw caution to the wind and just take sites as quickly as they can. Although now it seems like they are a little more cautious now as they've cut noise. I like the fake flash through mid. Now they've cut noise and they're waiting by A. And we see Restrats is slowly pushing up A. He might find himself caught out. He's going to take down the Sky Dog, so he has that intel as he falls back to site. And now another standard Pookie aggressive rush as Jello finds himself rushing site. Restrats can't land the headshot, and Edra will take him down. And Pookie really does just love their aggressive takes. Sometimes they just take a little longer to set it up, it seems. They do find themselves fairly clustered on sites. Aesop takes down Quartz. Refrags coming in. RB finds the flash, and now a 1-on-2 here. The Cypher is on site. Fakes the defuse. Renjon's too far away to help, so Banish wasn't afraid of the refrag, and now he's going to be pushing out. Elbow Renjon! Great reactions to land the Bulldog headshots. Shutting down Banish Light. The timing almost went the favor of the Cypher.
Yeah, I mean, about halfway through that round, I would put my money on all Jets on defense, but there by the end, by the 1v1, I mean, Redfran, did a pretty excellent job in that 1v1, clutching to the angles and getting the kill he needed to win the game.
And now that round for Pookie could spell disaster for All Jets bait, as now they're forced into another economy round, so we'll likely see a 10-6 lead for Pookie after this.
Yep, that in mind, it is a best of 3, so even if All Jets' performance here isn't necessarily at their top tier, they will have a chance to redeem themselves in the second and potentially third round.
Another aggressive take from Pookie. Who can be surprised by that at this point? As again, less than 30 seconds into each round, they've had Bomb down. That's so effective. Jello going to be taking some damage from the Raise Nade, but Bomb is down, and now the retake for All Jets bait. Edra finding Aesop's Restrat's going to go for the updraft with the Judge. I love it. Love me some Judge rushes, but he's only good for 1. And Edra finds the last headshot, so unsurprisingly, the round going in the favor of Pookie, but now the snowball really could start to come out as they've got a Viper ult to work with, and many more ults are about to come online for this attacking side.
Yeah, indeed. And as you said, forcing them onto another econ round, it's not good for All Jets bait. And 10 to 6 in terms of the points and the score. It's not looking as promising for All Jets as it might have at the beginning of today, when they were definitely at least holding their own. Do you think that it might just be a case of their kind of defensive strategy, or their kind of defensive and cautious strategy, ironically enough, not translating as well to defense?
That is ironic enough. I think that it is one of those things where Pookie managed to find themselves getting a little bit of a round that they probably shouldn't have won 2 rounds ago, when they were on the back foot in terms of economy, and that's really led to a bit of a snowball in rounds. I think that this right here is an absolutely crucial round for the defending side. I think that I don't want to speak anything into existence, but I do think that if the defending side loses this round, the game could be over.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, this is definitely a chance for All Jets to kind of redeem themselves and get a better footing economy, but We'll see.
The slow take. Saucy's gonna step out, tries to find Jello taking the orb. Of course, an intelligent decision to have someone watching him while he took the orb. So refrags coming back and forth. The sky being lost for the defending side is gonna really suck if they have to retake sites without those flashes. That is hard. Sky gonna pop the ultimate for a bit of utility as they go for a rotate. So still holding B here is the defending side. I'm not sure they realize that Pookie's going for a rotate, and they're going for a speedy one. Viper's already on A for Pookie, so if Viper can stay
30
set up on A,
seconds left.
they can find themselves with a couple free picks.
Cover going out.
Now RV gonna be able to get bombed down on site here. Couple kills going the way of the attacking side. And now really close to disaster here for All Jet's Bait. They're going to need Aesop and Vanish to come out with a bit of a miracle. Vanish chokes the initial shot, able to get the shot onto RV. But now Aesop's all by himself. He is the top frag for this defending side. But in a 1-on-3, he's going to need to exercise all the skill and luck he has here. Choosing to go down ramps. He's going to run into the Astra playing in hell. Astra's swinging ramps right now. Falling back to site now. He doesn't have a lot of time to work with. Aesop's going to have to play this quick. Swings, finds the Astra, gets the sky, finds, can't get all three Aesops! Just one single bullet left as Edrau, 11 health. He almost made a near impossible clutch. I can't believe it was that close. But close, but no round win. And Pookie's attack, Max, talk about it. It's looking near perfect.
Yeah, I mean, they're a very coordinated, clearly offensive team, and they've managed to really just kind of almost overwhelm All Jets, who themselves are an extremely talented and relatively coordinated team as well. So to me, it's just genuinely quite impressive. I mean, All Jets clearly have some amazing players on it, as perfectly kind of exemplified by last round. What do you think's going on right now between the in-game leaders? What do you think you're saying to their team during this timeout?
I definitely think that All Jets Bait is going to be looking at the speed of their rotates and how long they're staying on sites. They got really, really caught out by that rotate from Pookie last time. And I also think that, of course, Pookie generally is playing with either 3 or 4 people pushing one thing while they've got one player lurking at the other site. I think that All Jets Bait really needs to cover that 5th man, as of course that's what allowed them to take A site so easily last time, was that Viper who had lurked all the way onto site and gotten set up. And All Jets Bait just can't afford to allow that. But now, they don't have the best eco. They're going to be having 2 judges here, possibly 3, as Jet can't afford a rifle either. And backs are starting to be against the wall here for All Jets Bait. Max, what do you think? Are they going to try to force a bunch of ultimates this round and win their save round? Or are they going to allow themselves to lose this round and just commit everything to the 12-6 comeback?
I think if All Jets is playing it smart, they will use their ultimates pretty liberally here. I mean, it's not just a question of trying to do a comeback at 12-6, which would be a difficult comeback to make for sure, but also just momentum in general, kind of feeling of the team. I mean, they almost need that win on this round to secure themselves. It's like they still have potential here. Last round, they almost had it. I'm sure they were quite happy with their performance there, but I don't know. I hope they use their ultimates. I don't know.
Sneaky Raze. Sneaky Raze is going to be good for 1 if they end up pushing. No, luckily they rotate off as Raze was ready and willing to put them to sleep with that judge on the close angle, but rotating off A is the Astra and Viper. It looks like they're going to be going towards B, where they're 3 teammates away. They have cut noise, so the defending side didn't know where they were until that big flash coming out from Saucy. Now the 2 ultimates coming in from the attacking side. Jello, another double blast pack on a site. Love it. He uses the rocket fuse to clear close. Restrats, tries to take Raptor. He's shut down immediately by Quirks. Saucy in the smoke. Jello doesn't have a gun.
1 enemy remaining.
But it doesn't matter as the rest of his teammates do, and they know what to do with it. As quickly falling. Saucy good for 2. Those are some huge kills. Again, backs against the wall. 2 members are on 1 HP for this attacking side. It's only Breach who has any health at all. Breach playing close on the box. Finds the Viper. They don't know the Breach is behind the box, though. Saucy's got to deal with Renjon. He knows exactly where Renjon is, but the Breach still unknown. Renjon coming through the spray. Saucy's good for 4. Can he find the 5th? Almost the most beautiful round I've ever seen, but Saucy can't quite get the 5th. He was looking the right direction, but it's RV coming out on top. And Pookie continues their offensive domination.
Yeah, I don't think Pookie has lost an offensive round yet. I mean, we saw them stagger a little bit at the beginning on defense, but in terms of offense, they seem to be playing back-to-back pretty exceptional games right here. I mean, there have been a couple of close calls, mainly in the last 2 rounds, but I don't know. I don't see it going all JetBait's way, at least for this game, at this point.
I agree with you, as they did use their ults, at least a couple ults last rounds. Omen and Ray's ults came out to no avail. Emma immediately shut down on that Raze, so it's going to allow Pookie to just storm onto A site, as they only had 1 player anywhere near A. So yet again, Bomb is going to go down in the first 30 seconds of this attacking side.
To my world.
And now only a Cypher ult online here for the defending side. They don't know RV sitting all the way back behind the ult. So RV able to find restrats and the Cypher. Now no ults online for the defending side, as it's just Aesops and Saucy, the 2 top frags. They're both going to have to pull out all the clutch genes they have. Quirts and RV holding by ramps here. Saucy and Aesops are pushed out on Heaven. They've got 2 players playing in the Viper ult. RV's holding close on hallway. Saucy drops out of Heaven. Can't find RV as a missed shot. Again, gonna spell disaster. Aesop's good for 2, but it's not enough, as another RV 4K is gonna lead to Pookie being undefeated on the attacking side and winning map 1.